What is up, you guys? We are back for the Keeping Up with the Kardashians after show here on AFTERBUZZ TV. We've got a lot to talk about Scott and his side chick, but it's not really a side chick because he's single, so there's a lot going on, and we're going to talk about it, so make sure you stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Keeping Up with the Kardashians after show here on AFTERBUZZ TV. Today we are talking Guilt Trip, which is very appropriately titled.
Yes.
Season 13, episode 8. Yes, season 13, guys. We are here. We're back.
We're back.
And where can everyone find you on social media?
Hello, everybody. It is Howard III. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Howard III, and of course, my website, howardthird.com.
Hey guys, I'm Justine. You can find me everywhere at Let's Face It with Justine and on Twitter at Let's Face It 33.
And you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T Jones. So guys, this episode was really, honestly, I enjoyed it. I think I was, with the whole Paris one and then this one, I feel like we're really starting to get that more raw Kardashian show, and that is what I originally fell in love with. They're so real.
Yes.
And being able to see like a side of Kim tonight that was vulnerable first, and then at the end there, she really got raw and kind of chewed somebody out. And
Well, I don't know if you want to jump. Do you want to jump straight into that? Because I'm very curious on what you guys have to say about it.
I think let's save that as like a finale.
Do you want to?
That
Okay.
was
Because
like
that was
a big
definitely the
deal.
one thing that I'm like, I want to talk about.
Yeah.
We want to talk about that. So.
I know, definitely. Okay, so first let's talk about some of the lighter topics. And when I say lighter, they were still heavy topics, but maybe just not as crazy as screaming in someone's face. So we have this whole Caitlyn Jenner and Kendall and Kylie thing. Kate had built a barn 3 months ago. It's been finished. They want to get some horses in there so that way they can, start using the barn and putting it to use. So they decide, hey, we're all going to go for picking out horses and stuff. So Kylie says, yes, I'm down. And as soon as she said she was down, I knew that she was going to cancel. It just seems like she has so much going on. And like I feel like she agrees to things and then later on just doesn't show up or is like, oh, I'm busy. And so she really hurt Kate, and it really made Kendall mad because Kendall was like, look, I'm the child who's showing up. I'm here for you. I love you. Spend time with me and stop talking about Kylie. Like, I feel like I'm not good enough, or you want to complain about Kylie, but I'm here. Like, let's do the horses. Let's buy the horses and just enjoy the time you have with me because you're using it all talking about her. What did you guys think of that?
Definitely. I was kind of just like, wow. Like, they did that before where Kylie felt like she wasn't getting enough attention from Kate, and then Kendall was getting all the attention, and now Kendall feels like Kylie's getting all the attention.
know.
So it's just like, it's so sad.
I think it's like that because Caitlyn is almost still new, even
Yeah.
though that's their dad, it's still new, and it's almost like a new person where they're kind of not, I wouldn't say fighting for her attention, but
Yeah.
they're both still trying to get to know her, and it's, I don't know, it's a little, brings back the sibling rivalry, but kind of
Yeah.
in a different way, if that makes
Definitely.
any sense.
Definitely.
It's sad. Kate needs to just, I don't know, stretch herself wider.
Stop talking about the other one when you're with that one. Like,
Exactly. I would hate that. Like,
Oh, that would
excuse
annoy
me,
me.
I'm here with you doing horseback riding. I could be modeling right now.
I can be on the runway.
And you're mad because your other daughter's not here? Like, come on. I'm up here getting in the hay, rolling around with you. Like, get it together.
Get it together, exactly.
Exactly,
And I think
Howard.
at the end there, they were able to kind of work things out. But it was so funny because Kendall is just not. I mean, you could tell she was really, really hurt, but she's like not much of like an emotional person like when she shows people. So she was just saying like, yeah, okay, cool, we're good, yeah. She just kind of like, she's like, I want to spend time with you. I want you to stop talking about Kylie, but then she doesn't have much to say. It's so funny.
Right.
But I get like why it was annoying, but then at the same time she was sitting there like, okay, yeah, we're fine, we're good. And it's like you're not talking either, like at least Kate was like bringing up some conversation about someone, but I mean, I understand. So I thought that whole thing was kind of interesting, but it seemed like they worked out on the end.
Yeah, they sure did. Oh, sidebar, I just love the way Kendall looked when she was drinking that, like, I don't know if it was coffee or whatever in her kitchen. For some reason, I just got my life. Like, I don't know. Yes! And it was like the red lip and just the way it looked. I was like, you know what?
I know.
Just her drinking coffee, I was getting life.
I know.
Like, I don't understand.
Like,
know.
yeah, she looked really good. I looked at her, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because you see her
she's
on
so
the show,
pretty.
it's funny. She's so more plain and doesn't get glammed up
Yeah.
on the show, even though you think she would be. But then when you do see her glammed up, you're like, oh my god, I forgot. Like she's
gorgeous.
as a model.
Yeah.
And she
The
gets
face of beauty, like gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love her so much. Yeah, definitely. I know what you mean though.
she's no Kylie to you.
Well, Kylie always has a special place in my heart.
Isn't Kylie your girl?
Kylie's my girl.
If you had to choose Kendall or Kylie,
Kylie,
See, Kendall's
Really?
my girl.
over like hands down.
hands down, like Kylie.
I do too. I don't know why.
Really?
Whoa.
I love you,
What
Kendall.
about before her lip injections and her real body?
I love her. I think
Even
she's
before?
gorgeous. Yeah, and I do. I mean, this is a whole other thing, and I know you get all worked up when we talk about the body. I feel like she hasn't really had anything else done except for her lips, and I feel like she would.
Dakota.
I feel like she
What?
would be.
Howard, please tell me you're with me.
You know I'm with you, Justine.
Okay, thank you.
You already know.
Because you are into. It's not. This is the thing. I am not hating. She looks so
She does
damn
look
good.
good. She does
But
look good.
you're if that's not real, like admit it. Like you could still look great. She looks better than she did before.
I mean,
hell yeah.
she just goes out and tells, and like she does like her on her app. She talks about. I promise you guys, the only thing I've had done is my lips. Like I would tell you.
How long did it
That-
take for her to get her
You
damn lips?
Food does not make you get a curves like that. Trust
she
me.
was-
You
I
do
would-
not gain in your boobs, your ass, your
The boobs,
Come
I
on.
believe.
Then if I kept
The lower half.
No.
We need
But
to
okay,
talk
but
about
then her
it. That's
waist-
not fried chicken,
but-
boo.
But then
That's
her
not
waist,
it.
okay, so her waist is that skinny while everything else gained weight. Then I would eat like I would.
She did say that like she started eating more and she did gain some weight.
All into her hips and just curvy like that.
But listen to me. Listen.
Please.
Dakota's in
listen.
denial of his future wife.
Okay, whenever I hit that age where I was able to kind of like, I mean, I gained a little bit of weight from like my high school days. Like I did gain it in my butt for a while. I know it sounds
That's
weird.
it.
But I did, yeah, I mainly gained
Dakota's in
weight.
denial.
I know.
Well, like, like the hips or whatever, but like I gained weight in my butt a little bit.
But
and then I lost it.
Do you
but-
see how tiny and toned her?
I believe
stomach.
the waist. It's just the lower half for me. I don't believe you can gain.
Maybe
you can
she got
eat
the
and
cool
just be a
sculpting.
Coke bottle like that.
Maybe she got the cool sculpting, you know?
Yeah. Well, the
Yeah.
funny thing is that people say I'm like I can never have the ass. They're like do a squats. I was like they do not get that from doing squats. Get out of here.
I feel like Kylie doesn't work out that much because we've
don't
seen
think
her
so
in
either.
the, like go to
Yeah.
Chloe and Courtney's and be like, I don't really want to work out. So I don't feel like she works out very much, but maybe she does get the cool sculpting.
It's not
but
surgery, but
Yeah.
injection. Because honestly, like if I had money, 100% take from the fat and
I
you
would
put it
too.
in your ass. I would 100% do it, and I would tell everybody.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
How-
I don't
wouldn't
know.
tell
I feel like
everybody
she would be. I mean, she seems like she would be more honest about it. So I feel
How
like.
long did it take for her to come out about her lips?
It took her too long, and I know she wasn't born with a Coke body like that.
Nope.
No.
I don't
Look at
know.
old pictures of her. She has the tiny. This isn't hating. It's just being
Oh,
real.
I mean, it's a beautiful body.
Like,
she looks
she looks
wonderful,
so
but
good.
I know
Like,
that's
I would-
not genetics.
Like I would kill to look like that. So we're not hating. We're just saying
It's
Kylie.
not genetics. It is not a three-piece from
All
Popeyes.
right, all
So why
right.
not?
Wait.
Okay. So.
It's no Popeyes in
Oh
here.
my gosh. Okay, so let's talk about Kim because she's my girl too.
I do love Kim.
She is finally coming back slowly, from her social media absence. Absence, right? Is that a word?
Abstinence?
Absence.
Or no, abstinence is when you don't
Yeah.
like you
When
don't have sex.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically my life.
So I was gonna say that's it. I was gonna say, is that you, Dakota? Okay,
That's me.
abstinence.
That's me.
Maybe-
Okay.
Maybe you could lose it too. Kylie.
Oh, quit it. Quit it.
Look, he's getting so guys. He's
You know
getting
what?
excited.
Let's just move on. Okay.
Dakota, I'm glad I'm not next to you, so I don't have to see what's going on.
Would you quit? You nasty. Nasty.
Spicing up the panel.
Oh
Come
my
on.
God. All right. All right. So
Know what to
Kim,
do.
let's talk about Kim. So she's coming back from her absence on social media and the first thing she does is not something like, oh, I'm going to go out to a grocery store. I'm going to go here. I'm going to start easing my way into the world. No, she's got to go all the way to Dubai and do this master class with Mario, makeup class, in front of thousands of people and be vulnerable and be out there and be able to have people comment to you or ask you questions that might be personal. And I thought she handled it very well, but what kind of broke my heart is because whenever I have met her the multiple times in the past, it has been at book signings, and she does like events, like public appearances, and she says that she doesn't want to do book signing ever again, not worth it. She literally said the words "not worth it," and she also said no more public appearances. And I was like, that makes me sad because she's always had like this open thing with her fans where she'll come out with a book or she'll do this or that or she'll show up and you meet her at like Ulta Beauty or she's done those things in the past where she's accessible to fans, and I realized that she can't be super accessible, but like still do the meet and greets. And
Yeah.
I think when she said it's not worth it, it kind of made me like, oh, that kind of like makes me a little sad. Like your fans aren't worth it.
Well, I think, but then you watch, and after the whole class, she's like, "I'm glad I did this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back into it." So I don't think that's the
I don't
case.
know. I mean, she didn't really say she's
Yeah.
gonna get back into it. She said
It's probably gonna take a little while.
it'll take a while.
I
I don't
think
know
so,
if she'll
too.
do it anymore. I don't know. I hope
think
Oh,
she
you
she
haven't
will.
heard of anything
no.
that she's done?
She canceled everything, and even Chloe canceled her book signing thing that she was supposed to do.
I think she will. I think she has to do it the way Chloe did it, where she was releasing her Good American jeans, where it's a huge crowd, but it's a lot of security. I'm just here on, my
But
little
it was
stage.
outside.
Well, she could do it inside. Just I don't think she's gonna do as many meet and greets. It'll be
Yeah.
like a hey, what's up? How you doing? 10 people. That's good. Keep it
Yeah,
pushing.
that was what it was. 10 people. They had 10 people meet her, I think, and that was pretty much it.
See.
And you
I
had
mean,
to.
it's a traumatic experience. So
Yeah.
like eventually, I think she'll be better. But
I know, but
Yeah.
I mean, just being
Yeah.
thrown into that world again, like so quickly with so many people watching. Like whenever she went to Nobu and she was sitting there and everyone was filming her.
Yeah, that was
That would give me
crazy.
anxiety. Like I'm sitting here, like getting ready to stuff something in my mouth, and people are taking all kinds of angle shots of me.
I can't even I have the worst posture, so I can't even imagine. Like I'd always be like this, and people are getting pictures. Like, look, I'm just like she always has to be straight up and like perfect. Like how? I don't know how. I don't know how
know.
she does it.
It was crazy, and like I was seeing her all nervous at the mall. Like I was happy to see her out shopping, but she was like, "This is giving me anxiety. Like, what's happening?"
She
Yeah.
usually loves the attention. That's
Yeah.
what's funny. Like to have people taking pictures of her, and she loves that. Like in the past, like
Yeah.
well, yes, let's get more. But now it's funny the difference.
I know this is super random, but like this is not our after show.
Oh no, it's not.
What is it?
We're apparently the leftovers.
You are watching the leftovers of the Kardashians. Ladies
This
and
is what
gentlemen.
happens when you're late at night at the studio. We are the leftovers. We're like, all right, these are the leftovers. Finish up.
Like literally, wait, that is great. The leftovers, like couple last shows of the night. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
We are the leftovers, and nobody cares.
Everyone's- whatever. No, but we are here for Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Just if you're tuning in, now, if you came in halfway through. But I'm sorry.
Not
that
the
just, that
leftovers.
just made me laugh really hard. Okay, so she was nervous at the mall. She sneaks out the back entrance. Like I felt bad for her, but like you could tell like she was still really shook. Like things were scaring her, but it did seem afterwards she was happy that she went and everything. So that's cool. But yeah, the audience members were asking some really awkward questions. But like, don't you think like some of the questions were weird? Like, I love you, mama, and just like different.
Yeah, I love
like,
your
weird.
mom. She's gorgeous. I'm just like, wait, what? Like, I
Love
don't
you,
know.
Kim. Yeah.
I love you.
They were probably just excited to see her. They were like, I'm just gonna ask her anything, not even makeup related.
Hey.
Woo!
Thank you. Okay.
We're not leftovers
I
anymore.
know. No, but I thought the questions were really funny. Like,
They sure were. I was like, man, it was kind of just like, hey, Kim, I got a selfie with my best friend, and we love you.
oh my gosh, I thought it was.
She didn't say
so-
that, just.
No, I know. And like that one guy is like, my grandma's got rubbery, bouncy skin.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, sir, why do we need to know this?
When are you gonna be doing your grandma's makeup anyway?
So like, what's so funny is that because I do makeup, I don't think anyone's ever said that to me.
Bouncy,
Rubbery, like
rubbery.
nobody's ever described their skin or anyone else's skin like that. Like that's the first time I've ever
And
heard
Mario
that.
is so calm, cool, and collected. He's like, your grandma's got bouncy, rubbery skin. Well, I do a look here with Kim, and Kim's like, you calling me old?
How long have they known each other? I didn't realize they knew each other that long.
Years.
He said since she was
Years.
like little, so I was like,
Yeah.
how
Well, I
old?
guess over 10 years.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
I don't know.
Like probably before she was like famous or when she
Maybe.
was just starting getting known.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so something I want to talk about now. This is like the main storyline of the episode. Okay, so first we have to have a little bit of backstory. So, the Aspen trip with Court. Scott thinks things are happening. Everything's good. We're all good. We're gonna get back together, type of thing. And he's at this sugar factory event in Dubai. And during that day, he found out that I guess Courtney may or may not have been seeing someone else or hooking up with someone else. And he got really emotional and was just like really awkward at the event. And he was like, "This is awkward," and like wasn't there for it. Like was not mentally there for the fans that day, which was understandable because I mean it is very sad. But he just decides, you know what? I've done so much to try to be good for her. Over a year of trying to be sober. Like screw it. She's obviously not into me anyway, so I'm gonna have fun tonight. And so he's drunk like all day, all night, all day, and I hated to see him relapse like that because
Yeah.
you know he was doing so well, and this just goes back to show like, oh, there's Scott again. You know,
I thought he was sober longer because when they're like, oh, he's been sober. I thought they were gonna say a while, and they said 4 months. I really thought it was longer than that.
Me too.
Like 4 months. Like honestly, any time is good to be
year.
sober.
He did say he's been trying to be better like a whole year. But I bet he has relapsed a few times because that happens. It's like a.
I mean, the thing is, like, it's like if he blames Courtney, that's not fair. But I could see when you are in such a if you're that low and you're that upset and you are an addict, when you're upset, you go to something to make you feel better, whether that's drugs, whether that's alcohol, whether that's, for me, it's ice cream. Like, not nearly as like kind of dangerous, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you go back to it, and that's you just can't blame Courtney, but that's an addict's mind, and so he's like devastated.
Yep, and not only that, but the fact that the security ratted him out to Kim.
I know.
Kim was like, well, I got to tell Court, and everyone got involved, and Courtney was like, well, it's in God's hands type of a thing, and
Which
she
is
was
smart.
very chill with the whole thing.
Courtney's
she was like,
always chill.
I think it's because she's distanced herself from it in a sense where she's just kind of like, you know what?
It makes me sad because I always, I'm a big Scott and Courtney fan, and I always want them to get back together, but then just when maybe she could see a little bit in him, he does this, and it's brings everything back. Like, if he's gonna keep doing this, she's never gonna what does he expect?
And not only that, but any track that he's gained, any foot tracking that he's gained, it's really late.
I get what you're saying.
Anything that he's gained is now almost washed away and back to square one because there's Scott again. He's just gonna relapse. And if I get back with him, he's gonna do this and the kids and so it was sad, but I understand. But everyone was devastated. So then they're getting ready to all go out to do something big and fun, and this whole time the camera angles and the music in the background, and they even had a heartbeat type of sound. I was oh my gosh, I was living for it. I was glued to the screen, and I was thinking this is the most I've been drawn in for this show in a while now.
Me too, because it's finally the drama we've been asking for.
So I don't understand. I don't get it. I think that why does it matter? Because we're talking about.
Wait, hold on. Let's build suspense for a second.
Okay, because
I'm sorry.
I'm just so confused. I'm just really confused.
We see a purse.
Oh.
And then we see a jacket.
Oh.
And in that moment when someone's like, was it Kim? It was
Stephanie.
Or Steph, and she's like, there's a girl here. There's a purse.
Do you think it was planned?
Maybe.
They outwardly left a freaking purse and a jacket.
I mean, wouldn't you if you were over and then they're like, oh crap, people are coming over, hide, and then she hid, and then she.
When you're a side chick, that's what you just gotta go.
You gotta go.
You gotta run.
You gotta run.
You don't think about the purse, the jacket. You think about hiding because you don't know who's coming for you. That's what I've been told.
So let's keep going.
Oh, Howard. That's what I've been told. Howard, have you been a side chick?
Listen, this show's not about me. Okay, we trying to keep up with the Kardashians.
I want to be keeping up with Howard. Okay.
Keeping up with Howard.
Keeping up with Howard.
Howard the Third.
You hide.
Keeping up with Dakota, even though there's not a lot to keep up with in that way. No,
Oh, okay.
Oh no, that sounded so wrong. Oh my god, as you as a human being, oh my god, I could follow you everywhere.
You meant sexually. Yeah, there would be not much.
It was a joke. Yes.
No, yeah, but it was okay. So I didn't mean to cut you off earlier, but I wanted to build that suspense.
Keep
with
building
the
it up
purse
because I'm
and this,
confused.
And then all of a sudden, Kim's like, I want to go take selfies in your bathroom. I guess she was
Kim's
thinking
a real
she was
G.
going to be in there or something.
Yeah.
And you know how she has this PI, private investigator pass. So she's going around. She's like, all right, Simon, say you really need to pee. And go to this bathroom. And they're trying to figure out what's going on. And then finally, they're like, Kim just snaps. She loses it. She's like, guys, I where is this blinking person, blah, blah, blah. And then Scott was not even up in the business. Scott was just away in another room, smoking. He was just
Because he knew. He was
and now we see.
So I don't understand why Kim is so mad. So Courtney can do whatever she wants. If they went on a trip, whatever. So Scott decides, I'm going to hook up with another girl. Clearly, Courtney doesn't want Scott. It's been known. It's not they're finally back together and he's cheating. They're not together. Why do you think that Kim cared so much? I just don't get it.
I think it's personally because Scott keeps saying, "Oh, I miss her. Oh, family."
It's obvious why he did that and got drunk. It's just too obvious.
I mean, I get why Kim is upset because but at the same time, it is his own hotel room.
That's
but let's
true.
be honest, Kim probably paid for it. And not only that, but I think maybe don't bring a girl on like a family vacation, maybe. But it's like not fair because I mean he should be able to, you know.
Yeah, it's hard. I see both sides. He should be able to do what he wants to do and see a girl or hook up with a girl. But in that same sense, don't tell me you want to be back with my sister and go on this family trip and say I
Yeah.
love her.
I think the whole
But-
reason that she went off was maybe because he had just relapsed as well.
That's
But
it.
what I also don't get is the way I could understand being mad at him, but the way that she was treating that girl, she doesn't even know. Like, oh, she's a groupie. You're gross. You're this. But why? Like, you don't know her. Why is she so mad at this girl, calling her a
True.
groupie? Like, why
That's
though?
very true.
I don't get it. Be
Yeah.
mad at him. Why are you mad at this girl? Like,
Maybe because
Why?
she probably was like a fan who like was like, oh, this is my shot. Like he's drunk or he's high or whatever. Like this is my shot to like sleep with the celebrity. Like I get it. Like
I get it, but I mean, she doesn't know that. You know what I mean? Like, she has no idea.
That's true
I
too.
mean,
And it
she's
could
just
be the girl
assuming.
could be like, I never even known who this guy was.
Well.
You know. Well, I mean, yes, they're international reality stars, but this girl could be, I don't get the channel. I
Can-
just saw a man with money. Like
can
she
you
could
imagine
just be
like can you imagine like hiding in a bathroom and hearing Kim like
yeah,
and like
that's crazy.
she like bursts through the door and like being face to face with Kim Kardashian and she's yelling at you, calling you a whore.
And, like, literally being like, what else did she say?
You're a tramp, you're a groupie.
Like, can
Like,
you
you're
imagine? I was
trash,
thinking,
yeah.
like,
Get the heck
and
out
the
of
girl
here.
wouldn't even show her face, like, but I think that's crazy. Yeah, you open the bathroom and Kim's looking at you. I'd be like,
You're beautiful.
I feel so
I know.
sad.
I'd be like, you're beautiful, I'm sorry.
Like, hold on,
I'd
can I
feel-
just get a photo?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
No, I'd
No.
feel so sad. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm getting yelled at by Kim Kardashian. This is horrible.
I know.
I'd feel really bad.
You know, do you think it was just a random girl or do you think he knew her?
I think she was random.
Because
Yeah.
we see later on, like in the preview for next week, this part I did think was bad. They had a big family vacation where Chris and Courtney and the kids and everyone were going, and and that was like a family trip because Courtney didn't bring her guy,
Right.
and Scott is not really like a blood relative, and he decides I'm gonna fly out a girl to meet me here, and Chris is like, why do you have a girl here? Basically, I get that more.
Oh,
but-
yeah,
too.
that's 10. Like, I 100% get that more.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, like, if he's hurting and he's whatever, like, I'm not saying that he's an excuse, but it's like, if he really is just like, okay, Courtney's never gonna want me, I'm just gonna live my life. That's
Right.
the only thing I can think of. Like, he also has to be happy too, because Courtney, even Kim said it, Courtney strings him along.
Yeah,
She does.
She does.
I
She
do. I
does.
believe that too. They play a lot of mind games.
Right.
Courtney does.
I do want to say I did tweet out something earlier, a poll,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, OMG, Kim Kardashian went off on Scott's little girlfriend, and rightfully so in my opinion. What do you think? And 46 people voted, thank you. And yeah, they are going to agree with Justine. He's single, so it's fine. 36%.
Yay!
I mean, it wasn't like a, I mean, it's funny because it really tied with she did the right thing. It's only like 3 more percent, but the choices were she did the right thing, she overreacted, wasn't her place to judge, or he's single, so it's fine. So the majority, whether it be only a few more percent, decided that he's single, and it was in his own hotel room, so
Right.
it should have been fine.
How do you make a poll on this? Okay, never
I'll
mind.
have to
I'll
leave you.
ask you off the show, because I'm like, how do you make a poll on Twitter? Like, how do you even do that?
I
Yeah.
just want to say a sidebar about the friends in the hotel. Chris had Scott's back like no other. He was like, everybody, please go upstairs. The way he would play it off, or Kim was trying to get into the bathroom. Everybody's friends were a ride or die. I just want to point that out. Carla, when she was like, oh, let's go to the bathroom down here. Oh, Simon, why don't you go in this bathroom over here? And Chris was like, oh, no, just go upstairs. It's closer to the door.
Chris is the guy, right?
It's Scott's friend.
Scott's friend.
Yeah.
See, I've never been a fan of Chris because I think he enables Scott.
I don't really
Maybe.
even know him. Like, I've never even given him a
I
second.
know he was a
like,
true writer tonight.
I mean, he was a true ride or die, but I think he enables Scott because when they get together, but then I think he enables him, but then whenever Scott does something bad, Chris tattles to Kim, and it's not really a true friend sometimes. So
Right.
I think he honestly might be poisonous because the fact that he is just so like, he enables him, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
think
in
so,
the
a
end of
little
this
bit.
episode, the elevator doors are closing, and she says, you know, like, hey, you know, get your stuff and get the heck out of here. Security will escort you out. And I was like, oh my gosh. And it says to be continued. So you think we're going to see a little bit more next week, or do you think it'll just touch on it and then go into
And
something
Kim is
else?
so
we're
nice.
gonna see
Everyone
more.
says she's the nicest of the, like, she's the nicest. That's what everybody says. So to see her freak out, I was really surprised.
I
We're
know.
definitely going to see more. And another sidebar, did anybody know that this episode was shot on iPhones? Like,
What?
at the hotel? Yes!
Nuh-uh.
Kim tweeted it out. She was like, this whole, when they were in Dubai, it was all shot on iPhones. And you see a little bit of it when they're going into the hotel that a girl is holding a black iPhone. You can see in the reflection.
Where was the camera
No,
crew?
really?
No, because something about international and filming, and I don't know.
Wow.
But
those
it
are
was
good
all
iPhones.
shot. Yes!
I want that
The
iPhone.
whole thing, that whole scene, iPhones, when she's behind in the curtains, and Kim was like, tell my family that, you know, if anything were to happen, I would pass
That was
away.
all on iPhone.
That was the friend. That was a friend holding an iPhone. So that's why she
Wow.
was talking to the camera, because it was the homegirl.
That's crazy.
Yes!
Oh my gosh, I love that. I live
I
for
love
little,
that
little
too.
secrets like that.
I said, wait a minute.
Damn.
Can I get an iPhone?
I know.
I got my
Like,
own
what
show
iPhone?
right now.
Yeah, but I have the iPhone 6, and then this girl I know, like, that we were comparing phones today, she has like the iPhone 7, or it's like undeniably better. Like hers, it's the 7S, or it's so much better.
Oh my
than
gosh,
the
you
6.
guys.
Wow.
So this was just tweeted recent. Okay, so a fan tweeted Courtney and said, Court, I love you, but how everyone getting mad at Scott when you was doing what you were doing, LOLs. And she said, I didn't ask anyone to get mad, but that's her natural reaction, and it would have been mine too. Hashtag sisters got my back. And then Kim, or someone, Stephanie Shepard put OMG the drums, hashtag keeping up with the Kardashians Sunday. And Kim said, and next week, holy F. So there's a lot going down. There's a lot going down.
I'm
And
loving the drama. Loving
We
it.
needed it. It was kind of
Yeah,
slacking.
we
Like
did.
I was getting tired. Now I'm like, okay,
Because we
got
said
some
that
more
last
coming.
season when we were like,
Yeah.
we just need a little,
I
just
know,
give
and
us
we
a
got that little,
a raw.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think the most exciting episode, not exciting, it sounds messed up, that in a long time was the Paris one. Because we got to, like, I was excited to watch it. I wanted to know more.
But this is fresh
Right.
and new, so this was more
That's-
exciting in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But until now, that was the most exciting.
Right.
Not exciting. That
Yeah.
sounds messed up. But it was the one that everybody was anticipating the most.
Definitely. And Kim also tweeted, sometimes you have to set boundaries or the fight comes out. So maybe the boundaries were don't bring someone in on our family trip. But I don't know. I don't know. But leading into that, let's go into some news and gossip.
News and
Yay.
gossip.
News and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, so I have some photos here for this. So the first photo is going to be this cool little photo booth photo. Basically, they had their 10-year Keeping Up with the Kardashian party.
Oh my god.
Kind of crazy, and it's so,
My
so
god, they
cute.
look so good.
I
They
know.
sure do.
They really, really do.
You better work, Chloe.
You better work. And there's another photo, I think, from
And
the photo
Kendall,
booth
my
here,
two
too.
faves.
I know. I love them. So that was fun. They did their 10-year wrap. So I was like, that's crazy.
Wow.
10
I
years.
That's
No.
insane. They've been around 10 years.
10
They've been around a
freaking
decade.
Years.
And they're like getting bigger. They're not
Yeah.
even dying down. They're
That
keep
is
going.
crazy. I know.
10 years on top.
And then this photo of the house here, basically, this is a facade. This is just the Kris didn't want her actual house to be
yeah.
shown.
I saw this. I walked past
Uh-huh.
So they like put it out like this is the house that is the front of Chris's house on the show. So it's famous because of the show.
Yeah.
And apparently is on sale right now for $9 million. So if you have a quick $9 mil to
Wow.
drop,
it.
you
It's
can
right
get it.
on one of the hikes. One of the God, I don't know. It's some route. Whenever I don't really hike, but when I did, one time I went down and I was like, everyone's like, oh yeah, that's the house, and you just walk, just look at it.
And you could. Was it hard to see behind
No.
gates or no? Oh
No,
wow.
see the whole thing. You literally, like, I just looked up and I was like, oh,
That's
there
cool.
it is.
I want to take a photo next to it.
Can you imagine though? Like, how did they just say this is gonna be their house?
I know. I
And
know.
now, do you think they still don't use their houses?
No, I don't think so.
No.
What's the point? That
I
gets me like,
know.
wow, that's a nice house. Like, I really want to, like,
I know. I don't know.
I don't get it. But that's the inside, obviously.
Yeah.
You're sitting in their house.
Yeah. And then Courtney here, this is her B-Day bash in Mexico. She's been getting real crazy, posting a lot of stuff on the internet. And it is kind of different. I know that Scott is actually an addict, but like Courtney has been going all out on her birthday, like constantly. It looks like drunk at
Yeah.
night after night. And she threw up in her bed 4 times and slept in it, she said.
Ew.
Like
Who's
she threw up on herself 4 times and then
What?
slept in it.
On her
Oh,
birthday?
Lord,
Well,
Courtney.
like one of the nights that she's been at this Mexico party, yeah. So every night she's been getting drunk and doing all these things and party and getting naked and like running around naked with her friends.
I'm
and, like,
celebrate, but
I
girl,
mean, that's a
sleeping in
little-
your throw up.
I know. And then this is a photo of Kylie and Travis Scott, which they are rumored to be dating now. I did see a
What
photo
happened
of
to
them
Tyga?
cutting.
Are they really done it? I never know if they're done.
I think that
know,
they
I
are,
know.
yeah. I
Since
think they
when?
are.
Like, I'm just get so confused. They were.
Apparently at Coachella, they ran into each other awkwardly, and it was very awkward, and like they hugged, but then he also, whenever Travis Scott got up to perform during Coachella, Tyga like left, and
Oh.
they came back after he was gone. And so I saw a photo of them kind of cozying up, Travis Scott and Kylie, and holding hands or like holding each other. So it's kind of
Like,
a
I
thing
didn't.
now.
I feel like not that long ago, Kylie was taking those like half naked pictures with Tyga in the mirror. Like,
Yeah,
I just feel like that wasn't that long ago.
It's kind of crazy.
No, she moving on.
She moving on.
All right, Kylie.
And then we also have a photo of Kim on Ellen, which was a really great episode, a very honest and
Loved
real
her hair,
episode.
dude.
Yeah, she looked phenomenal.
I know.
Loved her hair. I
And
loved the
she-
shorter
So
hair.
good.
She was so real and was talking about how like she doesn't care about the flashy stuff anymore, and she doesn't have crazy jewelry on or anything. She talks about how she might wear jewelry in the future, but it's not really that important to her. And she like almost cried multiple times during the episode and said, like, I am a better person because of this, because it like really showed me like I'm too materialistic, and you can have material things, it's fine, but at the end of the day, you know, you don't need it. And she said, I think I can be a better mom to my kids now because my head's in the right spot.
And I like that she was like, this was meant to happen to me, and like, you could tell. When people say, oh, she faked it, whatever. Like, no, those were real tears. Like,
Yes.
that was real emotion. And I love this side of Kim saying, you know what? I know that I'm flashy. The Kardashians, like, they're known for being flashy with their
Yeah.
stuff, and she used to Snapchat it, and like, she seems like a different person, and I really like
I know.
I'm liking it too.
And she did spill some tea about Caitlyn Jenner and said that her book is unfair and hurtful. And she says, I wish her all the success in the world, but not at our expense.
No.
And she said that no one really talks to her except Kendall and Kylie. And that's pretty much it.
Oh, the shade.
sad.
The shade is real. Well, you guys,
Yes.
this has been so much fun. Such a great recap. Super fun. Great episode. Cannot wait to see the drama unfold next week. It's going to be good. But in the meantime, where can everyone keep up with you all?
Well, you can keep up with me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and
Snapchat.
Snapchat at Howard the Third, and then you can follow me on my website at howardthethird.com.
Oh man, I was gonna make the same. So you can find me everywhere at Let's Face It with Justine, and then you can find me on Twitter at Let's Face It 33.
All right, you guys can keep up with me by following my accounts at Mr. Dakota T. Jones on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Also, you can catch my new talk show, Millennial Hollywood, on Popcorn Talk on Fridays, and it's going to be on Friday this week, 10 a.m. with the cast of Tagged. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you tune in. I love you guys so much. Thanks for keeping up with us, and we will talk to you next week.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.